Hello everyone and welcome to Final Show. I'm John, the executive producer here, and I've just got a few pre-show notes for you. First of all, I want to let everybody know that our addresses have changed. Our Twitch channel has changed from Senstaku to twitch.tv/FinalShowFilms, and our YouTube channel has also changed to youtube.com/FinalShowFilms. Next, we want to thank our $20 tier supporters on Patreon, which is patreon.com/FFilms, by the way, if you want to go throw a couple bucks our way. That's going to be Cat, Waterflame, Antitonic, Samantha Bates, and Maureen Montee. Thank you guys for that. Also, our website is in the process of getting updated, so go take a look at finalshowfilms.com. We've got Mara and Jeremy are working on updating all of our stuff there, making it look nice and like a modern website, and frankly, they know what they're doing far better than I or Austin ever did. So if you want to check out the things that are changing over there, you go do that. Follow us on Twitter at Final Show Films for updates for all future things, including things that are going on with our website and they're going on with the Patreon page, and things that are going on live as we stream them, as well as our podcasts and everything else. So thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a good day. And now we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Aaron Wishes That They Could Just Play Kingdom Hearts internally, but instead we're going to play something else that's really fun. It's really fun, right, guys? Pathfinder Playtest.
We just changed this to a Kingdom Hearts stream. It's like, all right, we're done.
No, because you're further in the game than me, and if you stream it, I'll be spoiled about things.
I haven't even picked it up yet.
Yeah. So.
I don't have a PlayStation.
That's your fault.
That's not an issue. You have an Xbox.
I do.
And it is on Xbox.
But that would require me actually using my Xbox at this point instead of just doing all of my gaming on PC.
That's fair, but I feel like the statement, I don't have a PlayStation, is the wrong way to address that there's an issue.
Anyways.
Anyway,
back to Pathfinder.
Introduce our characters, everyone. We're good at not tangenting it late at night. John.
I'm John, and I'm playing Vaktan, the half-orc ranger.
Jeremy.
I'm Jeremy. I am playing Hale, a human fighter who
And
can't
Jeff.
do shit.
Hey, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Bix, the goblin sorcerer.
As we're discovering that Pathfinder 2 definitely retains Pathfinder 1's build-dependent viability issues. But last time on Doomsday Dawn, the players continued to went up a mountain, which they continued doing. Arriving at the backdoor entrance to this tomb that they were seeking out for the Order of the Palatine Eye. Racing ahead, it hopefully of members of a Dark Order also pursuing the secret countdown clock within the tomb. The group fought some resistance around the door, or managed to open it with a poorly labeled trap. And then arrived within the stronghold. After encountering and nearly dying to a fire elemental, the group made their way to a puzzle at the center of the tomb. Upon arrival, after their roguish member with all of the knowledge stats solved the puzzle, without requiring the taking down of any elementals, the group opened a secret door, or a very opulent door that's not particularly secret, into a chamber where I will reread some box text. Glowing hieroglyphs shimmer on the walls of this I think we've established I'm bad at this. of this oddly shaped room. Now and then, one of the hieroglyphs shimmers and changes, or even vanishes altogether, while new glowing glyphs manifest elsewhere, where none were previously. Slowly rotating circular diagrams are interspersed with these glowing runes. Along the walls lean rigid, immobile shapes of 7 mummified human bodies, the mechanism by which the dead remain upright is not immediately apparent. Portions of this room appear unfinished, with building materials still cluttering the corners. Another body floats limply near the ceiling of the far room, wearing a metal mask over its face. So, upon seeing this, what would you like to do?
There's a body, right?
There
Body
are
floating in the air.
7 bodies that are standing rigidly upright, but probably dead along the walls. And there's one floating about here on the ceiling. Also, there's lots of magic runes all around.
Can I close the door?
Sure. You figured out the puzzle. You unsolve an equation real quick, and the door slides shut as one of those mystical elemental doodads you had used to open the door or fizzles out, needing to be resolved to reopen the door.
Let's make a
Door.
camp. I say to the other two.
What? You mean you don't want to you don't want to make a camp and rest and go to sleep amidst the floating body and other sundry dead people?
No.
Well, you're no fun. Yeah,
Well,
let's
if they were actually dead, I wouldn't mind so much. It's the moving around still I don't like.
Yeah, it's the floating one that really bothers me more than anything else.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, let's get some rest and hope that
Shut up, you know that tokens show up too big on this map because I was lazy.
I mean, it wasn't the size that worried me, it was its location initially.
Oh, no. Just dragging things onto Roll20.
Busts out through the door. This Kool-Aid man's his way out the door.
Nope. They don't seem to have moved.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I would like to establish a camp and take a long rest.
That is good. And we should we should pray that the fire elemental stays where it is. Otherwise, this will be a short rest.
I mean, it stayed where it was for this long.
Can you set up snares or traps or something in the hallways?
That will stop a fire elemental?
Well, just pots or pans.
Like what? Like a spritzer?
I will set up a trap in the.
I think I do.
Just
have
like a bucket of water over the door.
The fire elemental won't be stopped by a trap, but I can set up traps in the other hallway if the other cultists that are looking for this place come through there.
Yeah, that.
You would know that you hope and think that the other cultists do not know about the back door, and that because they had a head start on you, if they knew about the back door, this dungeon.
We put a sign towards the elemental that says "treasure this way."
I'm talking about the other hallway, the one that we didn't come through.
Well,
assuming that
bad elemental.
Yeah.
Go to your room.
Yeah.
Assuming that is the. I'm going to check for traps in this hallway here, see if there are any already there.
Okay.
To do that, I need to actually go grab my dice, which I realized I didn't grab for me, so I'll be right back.
Hey Bix, is it just me or did Vactan just get crushed by a trap?
Oops. How about we put a sign up to the door towards the elemental that says "wishing well" and put some rocks there. They'll fall for it.
That is not the worst idea in the world. Because just out of sheer curiosity, people might go check.
Just put a few copper coins in a little cup there and just put wishing well with an arrow in there.
I'm gonna go do that.
Okay, what did you want to do?
I'm going to sneak over here. And I'm going to reach into my backpack and get out a piece of paper and a bit of charcoal. And I'm going to scroll on it, wishing well. And I'm going to put it next to the door, the hallway and stairs that lead up to the fire elemental. Take like 4 copper coins, put them in a bowl, and put it on the ground there.
Okay. Okay.
And 99.9% chance this will not work. But there is this slightest possibility that if people come in, not that they will legitimately think it's a wishing well, but they will be curious enough to go up there and possibly be murdered by or murder the fire elemental.
You ever hear somebody, a player in a game, spout an idea for a trap that you know you're going to use in a future campaign?
I feel like you have already used that one on us, but fair enough.
I used a different version of that one, which is a room full of chests, but...
And then I come back.
Okay.
The trap is laid.
You can make me a perception check, by the way.
You don't need to tell me what you do in your personal time to traps. I rolled
You made a trap.
I rolled a natural 20.
That would be the trap is gently but passionately fucked.
And as we're moving on, before Aaron goes on a transjustice rant, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Neither of you know what
I didn't even think about that. No.
Yes, I know now, but I did not legitimate. That was not where my mind went.
Already, because I just assumed that you people will.
No, I was not. I know what that means, but that's not what I meant.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, it's significantly better if you didn't realize you were making the joke.
No, there is absolutely no intent there. Let me be
talking
clear.
About a legitimate trap.
It's fine. I don't care. I was just lampshading a thing because I needed something. Hey, what was that perception check again? I forgot.
Rolled a natural 20.
Fuck you. Okay, fine.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
And the dice foil the DM's plan.
The thing that makes that even funnier for me is that I just got done reading a tweet from a trans porn actor actress that I follow on Twitter. It's like,
No.
no, I'm laughing. Oh, anyways, I rolled a natural 20, which makes it a 28.
You succeed the DC 29 perception check.
Hey.
And so while you know that this is likely the entrance, looking through this crumbled hallway and the walls, there doesn't seem to be a specific entrance to the east into the tomb's labyrinth, nor any real indication of what, if anything, might be further along at all. Probably from the other side it's possible to open this, but it's well disguised. However, after a careful look around, as you don't want to set up your traps in any way that might trigger or make worse a different trap and then kill you all in your sleep, you discover a well-hidden secret door, roughly here, that you suspect would lead up into the labyrinth that it is above this tomb.
Aha. Then I'm going to set a trap just beyond that door.
Okay.
So that they check, they find the secret door, and then they disarm any traps that might be on that door, and walk through thinking the traps have been disarmed, and then into my trap. I will be setting up a... I'll be setting up a biting snare and a biting snare, a signaling snare, and an alarm snare.
Okay.
Just
Can you put all of those on the same square, or do you have to like spread them out?
no, I just spread them out. So,
Okay.
so
That's fine.
It'll be in that order.
Yep. Fair.
So that there'll be plenty of time, plenty of warning, should things go awry. We'll return. We will set up camp. Long rest.
All right. You take a long rest. The day timer ticks over one more. When you awake in the morning, you find your traps undisturbed.
Good. I'm going to leave them. I can get more later. All right. Now that we have health again. Okay. So, there are things to kill beyond this door. How do we want to approach? I assume the floating one is probably a magic user of some kind. Considering it was floating.
I mean, you're probably accurate.
We just want to, like, run in, wave our swords around until it dies. We want to have Bix open it up. Bix, do you, like, have a fireball you can throw or something? Are you muted, Jeff?
Maybe.
The answer was yes.
I can't do that.
Do you have any, like, area of effect spells?
Nothing big.
Right. I guess
Damn it, Vix.
I guess run in and slash with our swords.
I don't
is
get
the
them until
plan.
level 5, okay?
Yeah, I think area of effect's a lot rarer in Pathfinder, from what I can tell.
Right. So in that
There's
case,
no level. There's nothing at my level that I could choose that was big area of effect.
all right.
All right.
Otherwise,
Run
I would
in, wave swords around.
Running in, wave swords around, then seems to be the plan.
Our favorite plan.
I mean, it works so far.
I'm going to use my hat of disguise to make myself look like an undead
Wait. Before we do this, I need
with
to
a
do
null
something.
skull on the top of my head.
I will be right back. I'm going over here to see if the trap was disturbed.
No, it does not seem that trap has been deserved either.
Okay, it just means that
I've
nobody's
been
come and
on
seen
that.
it yet, because otherwise they would have attacked us. So,
Yeah. Again, you suspect that ideally you're the only ones who know about the back door.
right.
What if they come around the other hallway?
Look, I can only. There are not any elementals over on
Well,
that side.
And
I'm pretty certain that giant pool of
an Arcana check.
I'm pretty certain that giant pool of water has an elemental in it. I say, pointing at the trap that I deciphered, because all of those were referencing elements, and we passed a water room and a fire room. There was a fire elemental in the fire room. I'm assuming there's a water elemental in the water room.
To remind you, you passed a water and earth room and a fire and air room.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. What role did you want?
No, I was gonna give you guys a roll to know that there's probably an elemental in the other room too.
But
Hale there's about a beat that passes, and before Hale says, "I'll be right back. I need about 5 minutes."
she goes and replaces the trap in the water.
No, that one is staying. There's just an additional one.
Hale has social engineered a situation where people entering are likely to enter combat with elementals.
Yes.
I'm cool with this.
And then comes back. All right. We're covered.
All right. I just like the idea of adventurers passing two separate rooms that have wishing
It's like,
well.
hey, wishing well. It's like,
No. This is what happened. The wishing well was moved to the water because that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The fire elemental one has now been, the sign for the fire elemental has now been replaced with a sign that says free sauna.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not
being in a sauna
lying.
definitely feels like being punched by an elemental.
I'm not lying.
No.
I would think it was like after the first one, they toss a coin in, get attacked by an elemental. See the second one and going, hey, what are the chances of this happening again? And tossing a coin in too.
Yep.
What are the chances?
I mean, I feel like we have a very accurate assessment of how adventurers tend to think about things.
Right.
So,
All right. So I'm back. So are we waving our swords around?
yeah, we're going to wave our swords around.
Okay.
I have a sword.
We wave our swords, you wave your fingers.
Yeah, wave your fingers around.
Baktan, I assume you reopen the door.
Reopen the door.
And it slides open. Again, there are 7 mummified, seemingly dead figures held by some sort of something that is keeping them perfectly upright by no visible mechanism against the wall. And one floating on the ceiling. I should give him like a wings token or something so you know that you can stand under him for the moment.
All right.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
There is a not 0 chance that the only one in here who is a problem is Floaty McFloaterson.
Yep.
Do we walk straight in and attack Floaty McFloaterson and avoid potentially setting off two King Tut traps?
I was thinking we stand here at the door and shoot him with arrows.
Good plan.
Vroom.
All right. Make your attack roll. He's about 10 feet off the ground, but I feel like you've got plenty of range to hit him.
Short bows.
Yeah.
Composite short bow.
24 to hit.
That's a 14 to hit.
I declare him my hunt target, and then I fire.
But yeah, you both hit roll damage.
Bix is conjuring up a small thing of flame in his hand, and he is chucking it at it.
That would be 4 damage, 4 piercing damage.
12 piercing damage. I rolled a 6 on both dice.
Why do my dice hate me compared to you hating yours?
I mean, they hated me in Eberron yesterday, so...
Well,
They
I rolled
kinda-
a 23 to hit.
They
and-
kind of did. They kind of did. You're not wrong. But the dice hated everybody last night.
Yeah, but I rolled a 2, and then a 14 on my saving throws.
Fucking hated everybody.
A 2, and a 14 on the same saving throw, as I used my Indomitable twice.
As we continue to... which of those numbers are numbers relevant to this game,
Sorry.
specifically your damage?
I did 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I did 4.
3 points of fire damage.
Because on my hunt target, I get to add an extra d6.
All right. You know, don't put part of the... I apologize. Here's the reason this is taking so long. part of this guy's bio is in the Doomsday Dawn thing, but the base character stats that it's adding to are not replicated in his character block.
Bad Paizo. That's a very bad Paizo.
I apologize. I didn't notice this until now.
Is it adding it to 10s? Probably.
No, I just need to find the Janai entry.
Okay. I'd like to think that when they were doing their official playtest stream, that the official Paizo GM running the playtest stream had the same problem. I was like, we didn't put this information here.
I think he did a more routine job of prepping for the game than I do. Because I was like, oh, I've got this character stat block, it'll be fine.
I still just like the idea of the Paizo GM tripping himself up with a thing that he designed.
Yeah. So in fairness, I don't think the guy who as the GM was a designer for the game.
Probably not.
If you were, cool, awesome. Cool, either way. But I think that he worked on the game, but was not involved in
not the lead designer.
Not designing Doomsday Dawn. I think that was what it was. Yep. Okay. So you did 12 damage, correct?
I did.
And how much did Hale do?
4.
Six did.
Six did 3 fire damage.
All right. All right, Bix, it seems like a lot of your fire damage is just absorbed or resisted by this corpse. But the 2 arrows stick into the shoulders and this iron mass starts to vibrate slightly.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
We're gonna enter initiative at this point because I feel like it's fair to say you've triggered the combat encounter.
Oh, good. I rolled a 4.
I only rolled an 11. Makes it a...
So I'm going on 9.
19.
Oh, what is my initiative? My initiative is kind of crap. That gives me a 5.
Hey, you're going ahead of Bix.
Wow.
As the GM realizes that dice were never brought out.
You'd think that when I stepped away to get my dice, it would have reminded you.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, the dice are right here, but actually that's my food.
The dice are right here. Roll some pastrami.
Actually, it's rice, so
That's even worse.
that's even worse. Yeah, my brain doesn't work that well. I think we've established that.
You just pick up a handful of rice and start shaking it.
I didn't go that far. I was just like, oh, there's my dice tray with all my dice in it.
That's a bento box, Aaron.
What's a natural one for that guy?
My dice were already on my computer desk because I was running D&D earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, fair enough. I have been off all this week, so. Well, he rolled a natural 1, so that's good for him.
Yay. Oh, initiative. Roll a natural 1, still going ahead of Bix and Hale.
Got a decent modifier to it.
Bix has a horrible perception score.
I probably could have given you guys a different roll, but it felt like there wasn't anything specific enough.
Yeah, I don't think attack rolls can be used for initiative.
Yeah. Yeah, if there was a sniping specific ability or a hunting ability that made more sense, I would have used that. But, fuck Tom.
All right. Use my first my first action to command my hawk, who is going to fly in and assist me with attacking this floating dude.
Okay.
I'm going to use my second action to attack. That's a natural 20. I don't have a crit specialization on my bow, though. It just bleeds from the hawk helping me.
Alright.
But I do get to double... Oh, no, wait, no, it's deadly, which means I add another dice to it. That's why bows are good. Because they're deadly.
Yes, bows have deadly, usually. Which is essentially the equivalent of how video games let you headshot with your bow.
5 times 2 is 10. 12, 6 times 12. 12 plus 12, 10. 34 points of damage. And he's bleeding.
Because the thing doesn't give me exact rules for this, I'm going to make a judgment call. John, roll me a D100.
Right. 24.
All right. So, you let off this bow strike that just goes dead center. And crits mean particularly strong, particularly good for you. So it goes straight on and hits this guy's metal mask right in its face, cleaving the mask in two. And he starts to fall from the ceiling. How much damage total did you do again?
34.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. He takes bludgeoning damage from falling the height, unless you would like to try and save him.
Nope.
And is dead. Okay.
That just
Why
seems
do I have a feeling
actually
that something just went very, very wrong?
You're good. You're good.
And my third action to hold an attack. Can I do that? Can I hold an action?
Jack, because I don't remember that, but very possibly.
Can I? Wait, Pathfinder playtest. Can I hold an action? Playing the game. Counter mode. Basic actions.
Yeah, that's where I'd look for it. If it's a basic action or a specific ability, then probably. But I think we're still doing the delay your turn thing in Pathfinder.
In that case, I'm going to... That's a reaction. That's an interact. That's an act.
Well, interact is an action.
Sorry, reaction as well. Oh, you can ready an action, just takes 2 actions. You can ready, you have to take 2 actions to ready one. So in that case, I'm going to take cover.
Okay.
Against the door.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. That makes it the mummy's turn. And they're not allowed to leave the room. All right. I know what they're doing. So one of the mummies takes his turn sort of shifting over here and getting into position. The other mummy climbs on top of him. The third mummy climbs on top of him. And that third mummy is going to take a strike at your bird because they have created a mummy Jenga tower.
Oh, that seems fine.
I'm so down with this because I'm so
They
excited.
are mindless creatures of habit and
Absolutely
I
fine.
am so excited to stab the one at the bottom in the knee.
Just
I
send
was
them
just
top
afraid to
out.
do a fastball special.
Yeah, no, this is a dumb idea. They don't have brains. So does a 24?
That crits.
Okay, that crits. Good to know.
Uh-oh.
You crit my bird.
They're not that dangerous.
No! Bird whose name I don't remember!
His name is Aster.
Bird!
He's got more hit points than Bix.
Bird!
So you're afflicted with stage 1 mummy rot at this moment, which doesn't do anything yet. And
But it doesn't sound healthy.
10 bludgeoning damage.
I mean, he's almost at half hit point. Not quite at half.
Yeah. Well, the mummy does get a second attack.
Bix, you might not want to go in there.
No. I'm fine right where I
What
am.
about an 11?
That'll miss.
Okay. Well, actually, that would have been a lower than 11, but it doesn't matter. It missed anyway, and I caught myself. I don't like the subsequent modifiers thing. I understand the benefits of it. It makes math hard.
Yeah.
Would have been at 6.
Adds a subsequent layer of math that doesn't necessarily need to be there.
It's not the same plus every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would have missed.
It would be nice if it had, like the old character sheets did, if it had a place where you can put what your bonus is on each hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though that's tougher for the NPC sheets, just
Yeah,
because of it.
that'd probably be.
But yeah, you're right. For players, there are solvable ways to do that in the character sheet. So yeah, his second attack misses.
Is red dot number 4 gonna climb over to complete the tower?
Yeah, he's gonna try. I'm gonna say
Awesome.
it takes 2 actions to get up there because he was a little further away. But there are currently 4 mummies just sort of Jenga piled on top of each other,
You know,
swiping at this bird. Probably not. Let's see. Oh no, that's okay. 17.
that is.
All
Not
right.
a crit, but a hit. Aster's AC is 14.
All right.
You know, if Aster gives his life to stack these zombies up in a pyramid, I can get a new bird.
So
I've got bad news for you. That tower's about
of the mummy rot thing, which gives you a -1 conditional penalty to charisma checks and DCs.
Ah, my bird is so uncharismatic now. How will it be able to convince people to pet him?
Will it be able
bird
to do
looks kind of
tricks
ugly
anymore?
Not
Oh,
least
my bad.
because that is 8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
That's 12 exactly, which is exactly the hit points he had left.
Oh, okay. So, as I rule, animal companions qualify as significant enough to receive the death rules. So he is currently dying.
Dying. What's the number of dying you get?
I think it's normally 4.
Yeah.
It's 5 for me because I've got a feat.
I was
but-
trying to think of if it had like a formula. Let's look up the new death and dying rules.
Dying is on page 321.
Yeah, but they've been there.
But it's also
patch,
in the
yeah.
update.
Yeah.
They updated it.
Yeah, it is also in the update.
And then included it in their ridiculously, horribly formatted and organized update document.
Yeah. The extras, which I always think that I've put all of them in the rule book as annotations and then missed something.
Yeah, if your
No.
dying value reaches 4 or greater, you die.
Okay.
What does it start as?
I believe it.
It starts at dying 1.
Yeah.
I make death checks.
Yep.
And if I fail them, it increases.
Yep.
And if I
Critical fail increases your dying value by 1. A critical fail increases your dying value by 2.
But keep
Conversely-
in mind, there are healing rules, so you've got a decent shot at.
Yeah. Conversely, success reduces your dying value by 1, and critical success reduces by 2.
dying value is reduced to 0, you are still unconscious or not? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you're
if you're
unconscious but
unconscious
stabilized.
and at 0 hit points but no longer dying, you naturally return to 1 hit point and awaken after sufficient time has passed.
Yeah. So he's almost certainly out of this combat pending interventional healing, but he has a shot on his own.
Yeah.
Obviously that will just be handled on your initiative, like anything else concerning your bird right now. That's gonna make it Hale's turn. There's
All right.
a column of zombies and a bird falling on the ground.
Hale is charging this way. Sword out, long sword out, and he's going to stab the bottom zombie right in the chest and try and use his momentum to carry the zombie along and tip the rest of the tower over.
Cool. I'm gonna say that's gonna start with an attack roll, and if that's successful, you can use a subsequent action to essentially shove.
Yep. And I'm assuming it's taking me an action to get over there.
Yeah, that'll be, unless your movement's different, then I think 1 action.
Did you roll a natural 1, Jeremy?
He took his headphones off. We can't ask him right now. You have a second attack. You have a
That
second.
would be a 1.
So yeah, that would be a
That
yes.
would be a fucking 1.
Well, you can attack again if you would like, and if you kill it, it will still result in a knock.
3.
Maybe a 3 hits.
3. So hold on. The 3
Oh.
it becomes a 14 minus 5 is a 9.
Sorry, they've got the conditional penalty for being piled on top of each other, but not quite that low. So that misses.
Hale, you have to stop flourishing and actually swing the sword now.
Well, you said run in and wave your sword
Shut
around.
up, idiot!
I did.
Kill these things!
I did say wave your sword around. That's fair. You took it literally. I understand where I failed. I'm using negative reinforcement. You told me that helps.
It does! Why didn't you do it beforehand?
You have to have done something before I can apply the negative
That's
reinforcement.
not true! We have history!
I didn't think about it. My apologies.
Well, that's my action. That's my turn.
Vix, it's your turn now.
Bix is going to flail his arms around, and he's going to cast Acid Arrow on the one at the mummy on the bottom.
Okay.
Aim for his knee.
I see the spirit of Harry is with us.
I'll give you a 22. I'm assuming a 22 hits.
A 22 will definitely hit, yeah.
But does it crit?
Is it a crit?
No.
No. But I did do max damage.
Because
So
circumstance bonus. Sorry, that is a crit.
Oh,
that is a crit.
Double max damage then.
So that's 20 points of damage.
Okay. So the bottom zombie falls. Hail. There are 3 mummies just collapsing in a pile next.
Oh, wait. Are they collapsing in a pile next to me? Or since I'm right next to them, are they falling on top of me?
Why don't you roll me a D100?
Oh, okay. Okay. This is going to go great. Let's see. Let's find out.
And
There's a 2.
the persistent damage is not going to matter, unfortunately.
29.
Yeah. So.
Motherfucker.
I got him.
The zombies, or one of the mummies, the top one, let's say. Or we're just going to move one guy off the side because they were all. And that one's dead. One of them has landed on Hale, knocking both of you prone, and the mummy will take some falling damage.
As will Hale, obviously.
Hale, take half of 5, so 2 bludgeoning
2 damage. Okay.
As a corpse hits you.
Well, it's still wriggling around and moving. You think that hurt it more than it hurt you.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Okay. With the splattered remains of a mummy on the floor and several more mummies also on the floor.
And a fighter on the floor.
And a bird on the floor.
And a dead, presumable mage on the floor. Blackton, your turn.
Rolled a 14 on Astra's death save, which is success.
Yep.
So Astra is stabilized. From the doorway. Hale, do you want me to get the one on you off, or do you want to just stab it because you'll have an easier time hitting it? Because it's on you. I can't hear you.
Exactly.
I'll take that as a no then. I'll leave it to you. Move over here. And I'm going to stab this one with my weapons. Twin takedown. It's prone, so it's easier to hit.
Yep.
I had stood up, so I was confused and didn't realize. I was curious as to why one of the mummies had been embedded into the wall, and then it came to me.
Sorry, they were all in the same place.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes complete sense.
All right. Does a 24 hit and or crit?
Yep.
The downed.
And yep.
Right. Then a 27 will also hit.
Yep.
All right. Not my hunt target currently, so I don't get to add that extra d6. But... 20 damage from the neck splitter. And 16 damage from the knuckle dagger. 20, 16, 36 points of damage to the prone mummy right there. Is it still alive?
The mummy is no, actually at this point it is dead.
Alright. Then I will shift over. Actually assuming, are they in enough of a pile that I can hit the other one without having to move?
Yeah. They're basically in a pile. The movement was illustrative, so I could use the tokens.
Yeah. Then I will stab at that one with the neck splitter because it's forceful and gets that extra damage. So I'll still have the -5 penalty to the attack. That's going to be a 9 minus 5 is 4, so 17 plus 4 is 21 to hit.
Okay.
I don't know if a 21 crits.
That will hit. It will not crit.
Okay. It'll be 10 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Rolled a 5, and I get a +5 because of the forceful quality.
That one's still moving.
All right. And that's my turn.
Cool. That means it's their turns.
Yep.
They're both going to take an action to get up and get somewhat more organized. Hail, Lockdown, you've both got attacks coming at you. Well, that's a natural one, so that misses Hail.
Good.
Yeah, they don't have great modifiers, so that would also miss. So Hail, this one swipes twice in your general direction, but both miss quite horribly.
Ha-ha!
Lockton, I guess because you're standing up, this has a better chance of hitting. Well, worse chance, but better chance because I rolled better. 22.
That's a hit.
Cool. Non-critical, I think, right?
Yeah. My AC is 21. Just a hit.
All right. So you take 6 bludgeoning damage and cover the first stage of mummy rot. So you're not.
I feel like shit.
Yeah, that's about all you're experiencing at the moment. And the second one, no, not even close. Okay. Well, Hail, your turn.
Okay.
All right, Hale.
Takes an action to get to my feet, right?
I saved you a zombie. I don't fuck up this time.
I'll try not to.
Remember, the pointy end goes inside the zombie.
It takes an action to get up, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Get up. Attack. 25. I hit.
Yep.
For 12 damage.
Up.
And 26 minus 5, 21
Hits.
for 9 damage.
All right. So you take this one that fell on top of you out.
See? I told you it works.
I doubted you the whole time.
Thank you.
Your turn. Unless there was something I missed.
Nope, that's everything.
Okay.
Come on, Bix, take out the last one.
Oh. There's one more in the pile left.
One left.
Yep. The one next to Vaktan is still alive. It's not very clear right now, but
Okay. We're going to try the acid arrow thing again. That seemed to work well. Not so great on the roll though. That'll give me a 17.
all right. A 17 will hit.
For 10 points of damage. And it will take 2 points of persistent damage after that.
All right. It is still moving for the moment. Because persistent damage happens on its turn. Vaktan.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
10 points of piercing damage as I stab it in the face with a knuckle dagger.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna take this down. Just as the persistent damage would have kicked in, like always, the thing goes dead.
See, dealing persistent damage ensures that it's going to die right away.
Good job.
Bix will start dancing around, going, Factoid only took one of my kills.
It's a little bit of a weird sight because Bix is still in the visage of an undead gnome with It's like a slightly undead version of his usual outfit.
I'm gonna go to the other mummies that seem to be on the walls and deface them by removing their heads before they activate.
All right. Yeah, you can do that. These ones seem to just be corpses, while they do seem to be restrained in some magical way. They don't seem to have any of the living elements left that would
All
allow.
right.
So yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
The heads continue to float directly above the body because that's how telekinesis works. But
that's fine.
But they're no longer connected, and you suspect they won't come back.
I would like to inspect the mask that split and fell to the ground.
Okay. Make me a scroll down the page.
And I'd like to look at like the magic symbols that are around. If I can do an Arcana check.
Be an Arcana roll.
Yeah.
What's my roll?
For looking at the mask.
Yeah.
It's going to be an Identify Magic check.
Which I think is an Arcana check that I can't make because I'm not trained.
Check. I just had to check that in the source book because it doesn't say Identify Magic parentheses Arcana. It just says Identify Magic.
Yeah. I can't make that because I'm not trained. So I look at the mask. I go, Vix, what does this look like?
I got a 23 Arcana check.
Okay, with a 23 on the runes.
Vix is busy staring at the wall.
Yeah. You are not actually sure what the full extent of them are. You suspect that some element, either of the runes or other magic in this room, might be a form of telekinesis that was holding these bodies in place.
He's just kind of like points up. This is what's holding them up.
That's nice. What about this? I say, waving the broken mask in his face.
Roll Arcana check on that thing. Oh, hey, natural 20.
20. By the up.
Yeah, with the natural 20.
Is it safe to put on?
It's broken. You can't put it on.
It's probably broken and also definitely not. It seems as though this mask had, though no longer has, some variety of stasis enchantment to it. And actually, Vaktan, as you go over there, you might notice that the corpse of the presumable mage, whose identity is now entirely lost to you, doesn't seem to be undead the way these other mummified creatures are. It doesn't have any of the preservative. This seems a fresh dead body with like blood from the wounds that you guys inflicted. Bix, the mask seems to have been some sort of stasis spell, essentially binding this person to this location, and essentially blocking them from time, stopping time from progressing for them.
So the mask keeps them from being all corpseified and gross.
Oh, so we killed a guy who was alive. Not an undead guy.
Seems that way.
I rifled through his pockets.
I was about to say, he's got everything in his pockets.
First thing you notice is this man was in possession of no weapon. And while his robes are very nice, he doesn't seem to have anything else on him.
Are you telling me that we just killed an imprisoned, unarmed man?
Yep.
He was in prison with a bunch of mummies. He couldn't be that good.
Yeah, to be fair, he was imprisoned in a room full of mummies.
That doesn't mean shit!
Behind a puzzle chamber.
Right!
Typically, like, big bad guys are imprisoned in rooms full of mummies behind puzzle chambers. I'm going.
Oh,
I'm going to
You've
assume
been
his
to
guild.
a lot of rooms with mummies and puzzle chambers, have you?
Surprisingly, yes. Especially one called a Millennium Puzzle, where there's like this ancient undead like king thing is involved in it. It's really complicated.
Was there a clock in the room?
In that case, that was rather complicated as well.
Yeah.
The D&D game to explain in universe.
And also was an evil spirit.
Is there a clock in the room?
Is there anything else in the room other than the mummies?
Make me a seeking roll, so perception.
This turns out to be a pocket watch. You're going to be really pissed.
I mean, it may have been the person we killed.
And Bix is going there with the mask like, I'm an evil mage. I'm an evil mage.
I rolled a 21.
I rolled a 23.
Natural 1.
Bix is busy with the mask.
Bix is taking the mask going, I'm an evil mage. I'm an evil mage.
Doesn't seem to be well, you know very little of him. This doesn't seem to be Tarlosef's tomb. Or if it is, it was still under construction and is just an incomplete entry chamber. The two of you that got high rolls both also notice that in the back wall there is the ever so slight inset of a probable secret door.
Like to check the door for traps. Also collect
Hey,
my bird.
Bix.
Actually, yeah. I'm gonna grab my bird and put him in the bag for a bit while he recovers.
Okay.
Hey, Bix.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
Put the
do
bird
that.
back,
What?
and like the little eyes are spirals.
Yeah.
Hey, Bix, there's a door over here. You want to blow it
Ooh.
open?
I'm trying to. Can I inspect it first, please?
No, I think we should let the goblin blow the fucking door open.
I feel like that might backfire. Possibly in a very literal
might
sense.
backfire.
I was just going to use like mage hand and have it open the door.
I mean, the last time you interacted
From back
with
here?
the last time you interacted with a room, a fire elemental tried to kill us.
There is a pool of lava. You have to throw something
You're a
in
fire
there.
elemental.
If I was, that would be impressive, and you'll note that neither of us interacted with the pool of lava big.
Because I did it first.
You're saying you don't have
Yeah,
to interact
good
with
job
the lava.
there. All right, check the goddamn door.
I would like to check the door for traps.
All right, go ahead.
What am I rolling?
I
for?
vaguely consider as he's carefully like peeking around. I vaguely consider just pushing him face first into the door, but I don't.
And you know, with Pathfinder, you don't get that many explosive spells at 4th level.
Is
You
it,
don't
is,
see any. No.
is it a perception check that I'm rolling?
Yes.
That'll be a 1-4.
Okay. No, it seems to be untrapped.
All right, Bix, you can open the door.
We'll use mage hand and open it from back here.
All right, fair enough. Let me do the fighting with Roll20 to reveal an area thing real quick. Did that work?
Yep.
Great.
I am walking through the door.
Hey guys, there's a tomb in here. I let Hale go first. If you see any red liquid, be sure to drink it.
My bleak chamber has unfinished.
Why would I drink red liquid?
One is lined with shelves filled with musty, leather-bound books. The center of the room, an ancient mummified body sits at a stone-topped table, posed as if in meditation or study. Iron bars hold the preserved corpse in place, with cuffs holding its moldering hands on either side of a massive gemstone, within which glowing hieroglyphs shift and change. A brace across from the front of the body holds the face forward, staring at the wall on the far side, with empty eye sockets. On the wall, a large ornate mirror frame is filled with the sheet of absolute darkness, black beyond night.
Are we talking about like that's where the mirror is?
Like the mirror's on the opposite wall from you.
Mirror is here. Oh, fuck, that's the wrong tool. Mirror is here.
Okay.
Books here.
Okay.
Hale,
Guys, there's a black mirror here. I think we shouldn't look at it.
I will give you all the money in my purse if you stick your dick on that.
Hale, I assume to notice that you're probably looking at the mirror, but your call.
I mean, I imagine that I at least had to have seen it. I had to have given at least a glance. Yeah.
No, I'm asking, given the way these characters behave, if you said we shouldn't look at it and then looked into it.
Wisdom roll.
Okay.
I will.
Sorry.
I have 137 silver pieces in my wallet. I will give you every one of them if you put your dick on that mirror.
Okay, I rolled a 10 on my first wisdom roll, not to look directly into the mirror.
Okay.
Second wisdom roll. Natural 20.
So is
Don't
that a
forget
yes or
placement.
no?
You know, I can think of a lot of places I could put my dick right now. That is not one of them.
You sure for 137 silver?
I'm pretty goddamn sure.
Bix, I'll give you some bird bones if you put your dick on the mirror.
Yeah, Big should do it. I am looking at the mummy.
Okay.
Bix rolled 2.
And Bix, with his wisdom, rolled it too.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
I've got a negative modifier on my wisdom.
So what's happening first?
I am examining this mummy.
I am waiting to see what Bix does.
Bix looks like I'm not a fool. The bird bones first.
We're all gonna
I
die
reach into my
because
bag.
you had to make the goblin put his dick on a mirror.
I reach into my bag and pull out some chicken and toss it to Bix from my rations.
Okay. Bix starts unbuttoning his costume.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I want to know if the designers have an entry for what happens if a goblin puts his dick in the mirror.
I'm going to assume the answer.
Fucking thing. No. That's why I'm trying to read through all of the flavor text to come up with an answer for you guys. So first,
What happened?
looking at the figure, it seems that this figure was bound or entombed here. You can make the assumption that this is Talar Seft, whose tomb is in the title.
Right.
It seems to be done in a way of reverence, but there are bars around him. He is chained, and his head is forced to focus on this tapestry.
Don't fuck with them. Don't fuck with it.
As that's happening,
Don't. Vic,
tell me
I
again
swear to
what
God,
this is
I will put an
doing.
arrow in the back of your fucking head.
Might not be a bad idea. Tell me again what you do.
Yeah, well, Bix is undoing his pants and walking up to the mirror.
I swear to God, I will shoot
Physically get
in
to
the
the mirror.
back
I'm
of the
gonna
head.
need a will save.
This is gonna be bad. I got a negative modifier to my wisdom. This is not gonna
I
be good.
call it
Oh.
goblin-based trap detection.
I actually rolled pretty good that time. That'll give me a 16.
As
the other
I
thing-
will murder you.
Bix will-
Straight up murder you.
Bix, as you approach this painting, you feel or this mirror, you can see this endless darkness and abyss, and it starts to ripple through your mind as that a connection is made, and you cannot look away, and something utterly beyond you whispers words you have no way of even passively understanding. You are confused for wait, that's not a D6. 4 rounds, and you are currently frightened.
Our pantsless goblin runs away.
Pantsless Goblin screams and starts running around like, "Ah!"
Watch him run out of the room. Well, that's going to be confusing for whoever comes in.
Hey, Hale, I've determined that there's something about the mirror that's trapped.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
I will put the description for confused in Roll20 chat just for my own utility. Also, I don't like PDFs that do that with their formatting.
Yeah, no, it's really goddamn annoying. Oh shit. No, you're not running yet then, are you?
Well, I mean, nobody's attacked him most recently, so he's not
Yeah,
attacking
but number
anybody.
2 and number 3.
Can't use reactions, nor can you delay or ready. On each of your turns, you must use your actions to attack the creature that attacked you most recently since your last turn.
If no creature attacked you since your last turn, roll 1d4.
On a 1, you must spend your turn attempting to attack the nearest creature to you. On a 2, you must attack yourself once. And on a 3, you must do nothing but battle incoherently, and 4, you can act normally. So roll a d4.
Let's see what happens. And that is a 4. So
You can act normally.
So you run, I assume.
So you probably run away from the fear effect.
yes.
All right. Run away. Roll me
Bix
another.
runs screaming out of the room.
All right. We watch him go. Right. So what's up with the sarcophagus? Or the dead body? Whatever.
Dead body at a desk.
Yeah.
Dead body at a desk.
So I'm assuming this is Tular Seft.
I guess we're
Take a look at him.
I take a look at him.
He's currently bound. His body is bound and forced to be staring at the frickin' mirror
With empty eye sockets.
with empty eye sockets.
What happens if we cut him loose?
Something that's not going to happen because we're not going to cut him loose.
What if we stab him first and then cut him loose?
No! What the How am
also-
I the smartest one here?
Does he have a watch on him?
After kind of like running around like crazy, you're still frightened, but you retain your senses.
I
Bix,
roll on each round.
You do.
So,
But I'm gonna say the first round probably got you far enough away that you can't see your allies anymore, so you might have attacked like the scenery.
Well, next round I rolled a 1. So Bix is out there screaming incoherently and throwing fire at the mummies on the ground.
Just burning some corpses.
That's not
Mummy
good.
corpses burn quite well.
There's just
I'm
a
just
pause. It's like,
I'm just gonna go close
yeah,
this
that's
door.
going to bite us in the ass. What?
I'm just gonna go close this door. And close
Alright, do that.
close the secret door while Bix is out there having a tantrum.
All right. We've got
He's out there
know
yelling, "It moved! It moved!" And
nothing.
burning bodies.
You go look at the books.
All right,
See if there's anything useful in there.
I will go inspect the books.
I want to. You said there was some big gem, right?
Yep. Give me a second. So the corpse is held in place by iron bars, and the hands are held in cuffs on either side of a massive gemstone, from which glowing hieroglyphs shift and change.
Interesting. Can I get, I don't know, whatever would be appropriate? Arcana, occultism, religion.
You can, though I'm going to hold that for a moment while we look at the books. Just because.
Yeah. What am
you
I?
might find something really useful there.
What am I rolling to look at books?
So, looking just at the things that are on the shelf, you can tell that many of these books focus on almost obsessively the dark tapestry. You would need an occultism check or to have the read esoterica thing to understand them.
I rolled an 18, so with my occultism, that's a 20.
A 20 is not enough. You don't know.
You
suspect the esoteric order of the Palatine Eye are probably the people who would know the details of that element.
It's a bunch of books, but we'd probably have to get that dude that likes to yell about how he's part of a secret cult to identify
4
him.
of the particularly large books are 1 book each, and the remaining 30 books are each light.
Yeah.
I don't care. You guys can figure out how to carry that many books.
Yeah, I can just carry it.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of bulk
Several
left.
magic items are amidst the books. A scimitar.
Ooh. Once Bick stops running around without his pants on, I didn't.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, Jeremy, you would have found a scimitar on the corpse's belt.
Oh, good. I use scimitars.
I mean, you've already got a +1 longsword.
I do.
You gotta share the love.
Nope, no scimitars here.
In a few. So, yeah.
Hale's going, I didn't find anything on the body.
You find a staff, a scroll. Actually, let's just shortcut this. Eventually, Bix will be able to identify them. A lesser staff of fire, a scroll of gust of wind, a scroll of stone skin.
All these are going to Bix.
Sounds about
Actually,
right.
can I use the lesser staff of fire? It would be nice to have some magic ability.
And looking at gems, because the other thing wasn't happening, make me an occultism roll.
Okay.
Or gem, singular.
Yeah. Occultism is not glorious, but we'll see. Hey, there's a natural 20.
Go.
With a natural 20, you are almost certain this is the countdown clock you have been sent for. You assume that its runes echo onto the walls of the room previous to this one. Deciphering it in full would take several days of observation and study.
Not my problem. I yank it out of
but
the.
You are certain of what it is and certain that you can just take it.
Yeah, I yank it out of his hands.
Mm-hmm.
I grab the scimitar.
Yeah, no, I can't use the staff. It goes.
We got what we came for. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Sounds good. What kind of scimitar is it, if we can identify?
The scimitar is a +2 scimitar with some properties. I'm going to put this in chat, but It is a +2 scimitar adorned with 4 jewels, each representing a different element. The creature wielding the weapon can spend 10 minutes activating it to cast Endure Elements once per day without needing to invest the item.
Fancy new scimitar you got on your hip there, Hale.
Oh, what you talking about? This is the same scimitar I've always had.
You've been using a longsword this whole time.
Yeah, I like to save this for the real bad fights.
Like the one against the fire elemental.
So, you know that the Night Heralds,
That wasn't a
the
fight.
cult order that you were sent to eat here, are likely still in the labyrinth above. You wish to leave?
Let's go out through the back again.
Yeah, let's go out to the back. Wait, let's close all the doors on our way out, too. I'm going to close all the doors on the way out and reset the puzzle room.
Okay, given that you use thieves' tools to open the puzzle room the first time, I'm gonna say make me just one general thieves' tools check for how well you hide that you already
Can I actually use the thieves' tools to obfuscate the answer to the puzzle so that they could so that they get the wrong answers rather than the right ones?
Yep. You can definitely add additional difficulty to the puzzle.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thievery check. That's
Yep.
a natural 20 on my thievery check.
That would work.
Which makes it a 26.
I mean, a natural 20 is going to let you do what you want to do.
Yeah, just in case the number mattered.
You have made it very hard to tell that it's been opened before and much more difficult to know what the right answer would be or attempt what you did to make it easier to answer. You suspect there's still probably something they could do with the other rooms to make it easier to answer.
Probably. But that would require them fighting the elemental.
Unless you want to take out some elementals.
Nope.
So that they... All right.
Take the books, take the gem, loot the place, leave.
Yep.
Wait. Hale.
With the mirror.
What?
Before we
What?
leave, should we take the body? Just to really fuck with them so they don't have a clue that they shouldn't look at the mirror.
Well, how about the dead guy there?
I
Not the one in the tomb, but the dead guy. We hang him above the door, so when the door's open,
And
he
then we
falls
put the
down.
mask on him so they shoot him.
No! What is wrong with you people?
I really like fucking over people that are competing with us for our job.
So I am down with that, except for I don't want to move the body just in case that sets off some kind of massive.
No, not
death
that, not that body. The guy that we killed.
I'm not 100% opposed to this idea.
All right. So we hang the mummies back up.
Okay. It's a little
And Vix gets his pants back because his buddy's cold.
By anything other than magic before, but you manage it over time.
All
You
right.
have 2 fucking days left because nothing took you guys time in this module. So yeah, I'm gonna say you spend the rest of your afternoon setting this place up to troll.
And I leave my traps. I leave my traps in the hallway where I put them. And then we leave.
Bunch of dicks.
If only we could figure out a way to trap the fire elemental in here.
No. I think
a
the
lot of effort and time.
I think the sauna sign and the wishing well are
Yep.
correct.
So
I
eventually,
just imagine another group of players with PCs moving through this.
yeah, I absolutely can. I can imagine some group like the Eberron group
Going through this hey guys, look, a wishing well.
But it said wishing well. I didn't think that might be a deception. Wait, that wasn't meta enough. All right. So Having collected the countdown clock, you return to Samora Vor, heard back in Kellamar. He debriefs you on your experience is in the tomb and rising up to it. And offers you a reward of 50 additional gold for all of the dark tapestry tomes that you have brought back. If you're interested, she does offer her a continued association with the order, her offering to sponsor you in joining.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Not that my allies aren't, the best, but might as agents of your group, we occasionally have to split up for very long periods of time.
That could most certainly be arranged.
I'm in.
Very well. I welcome you.
I'm not really into the whole joining secret cults that are really bad at keeping the fact that they're a secret cult secret thing. I'll pass.
That is quite a reasonable concern. We are much better when we are not. And she jerks her head at where her butler is up top. But we hope you would join us at a later time.
I mean,
Do we get food?
money's money.
Do we get food?
Yes, the Order of the Palatine Eye. This
I'm in.
great ancient collection
I'm in.
of knowledge. We do possess food.
I lean in.
They do catering.
Be careful. Something happened to that goblin in the tomb, and I don't know what it was, but at one point he took off his pants and started running around, and I don't know what he did in the meantime.
She will pat the books by her side. I believe there is an explanation for that.
I mean,
There's an explanation for taking off your pants and running off.
yeah.
I took my pants off and the mirror scared me.
Is of the mind. Wait, is something we have much interest in deciphering.
Right.
Right.
Cool.
Well, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go kill some more things.
And as we end this chapter with the countdown clock acquired for the Order of the Palatine Eye, and 3 adventurers skilled in traversal, well, marked for death by some really fucking salty night heralds.
Oh, I really hope one of them
Hail.
went to go into the sauna.
Hale, you really shouldn't have you sure shouldn't have signed your name to the sauna board. I'm just saying.
It wasn't so much a signing of my name as on the back of the sign, it just said "Eat Me" and had a crude sketch, actually fairly accurate sketch, because I am a pretty good artist, of myself doing this.
That is where we will leave this group of adventurers in the story of the Pale Mountain.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.